guy?
And find something you're passionate about besides Ziggy.
Hey everybody. I don't even care how I look, so trolls, just leave me alone. Hey Becca, Mama 2, Carrie. There's Dazed and Confused. Oh my gosh, I'm so starstruck. Oh gosh, guys. Hey Crystal. Thank you, Mama 2. You look darling. Hey Stormy. Ina. Been to the beach? No, I actually, you want to know the truth? Or or a partial truth? I'm frozen? So I met Jason's parents tonight. Eventful day. So we went out to dinner, and it went really, really well. So yeah, funny how things work out, huh? But his mom is so cute. She's so cute and little. I feel like, seriously, she's so petite. Like, I just want to, like, put her in my pocket. I mean, I don't know what I would do with her after she's in my pocket, but, like, I just want to put her in my pocket. She's so, like, cute, you know? She's a sweet lady. So we went to a place I hadn't been to since I was a kid, because he lives in my hometown, so, and since he's the one with the normal schedule, I'm the one that usually has to. What's going on? I'm live. Uh-oh, Athena must have did something bad. Hey, I'm live. What's going on? Well, don't leave stuff around that she could tear up. You know better than that. She's the dog. Oh yeah, I thought it's for Pride Month. I don't know when Pride Month is, but no, it's everybody wants this. Remember, everybody thought this was a beach towel. This is a blanket. Oh gosh, I cute, or I mean, is that a nice way of saying like stupid? Or is that kind of like saying, that's like calling a pug dog, you know, a pug dog is cute. It's kind of, is it like that? Cute like that? Like, so, you know how they're like so ugly, they're cute? Oh, well, I haven't taken my down my decorations from Pride Month yet. Hey, Manic Dark Cat. See, this is the problem with being on camera. Then I sit there and play with my hair, and it just drives me nuts. Yeah, I'm kind of like a hat person. Why did you just jump over that, cat? There's a little cat door. Did somebody close the little cat door? I'm sorry. Thank you for cleaning, Lil Ziggs. I said thank you for cleaning, Lil Ziggs. Okay. No, I was just kidding, guys. It's I don't know. I get weird with compliments sometimes, so I appreciate it. I don't even have really a topic. We went through all of the Fred Hill interview. I guess we could go through, well, we went through all the June one. I guess we could go through the January one. I don't know how, I don't think I have it uploaded with no commentary, though. That's the annoying thing. What's going on over here?
Get it out of there and they brought it back. That's what I think. I got
a brownie. If I was gonna do something like that, I would. It would be. I like the candies or whatever, like the gummies.
like two or three more in your own. This is crazy.
I got before you add anyone else.
Yo, I'm not mad at nobody. I'm going through to find the next couple super chats because now I see why y'all got mods because I can never keep up with this. All right, we got Melanie. I appreciate it. I drove into a ditch at about 60 kilometers. I drove out fast, but I damaged the underneath and crinkled my front bumper. So this doesn't make sense. Facts. The terrain will destroy the car more than the water will. And then once the car is broke down from the terrain and it hits the water, that's when it really starts falling apart. I agree with that. If she hit a bunch of ditches and cracked up the bottom of her car and then hit the water, that thing would have blown apart when it hit the water. A couple more. Go ahead, Perplex.
Say what you got to say. Sure. And I want to know what your thoughts on it.
Okay, I appreciate it. I got Tim. I appreciate you, Tim. I love you guys. And Church, man, I bet the car dumped after police cleared it. Yeah, I agree. Perplex, you got your screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that acid?
Go. You keep talking. It looks like it. It looks like she's dropping tabs right there. But you keep talking, and then I'm gonna go through the super chats the rest of the way. And I'll just fit in where you're not talking.
Because when I saw that picture, I was like, all right, it's too small for it's too wide for Ecstasy, but that could be acid. I don't know when the picture was taken, but I saw it. I was like, whoa.
Appreciate you, Rick. Yeah, no, you're right. It definitely looks, and look at the glasses. Look at this girl's eyes in the front.
That I think is Sammy.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm like, that has to be acid.
Caitlin, stop. She's tearing up my Dyson. I'm about to freaking have a freaking BF. No. There's a cheaper vacuum that you can use that's in that closet for you. That one sucks. Sorry, guys. I don't even know what they're talking about over there. I was trying to help. She's tearing apart my Dyson, and They're trying to see, they see something in her mouth. Okay, I would say from my experience in substances, to me it looks too big to be ecstasy. It could be Molly, I guess, in a capsule. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell, really. Yeah, it is probably acid or ecstasy, I guess. There's really. Are we in live stream? No, I had to go do something real quick, and that's why I put it on there. I was like, let's see what's going on over here. That's why, and my daughter was asking a question, so I didn't just want to leave dead air. Okay, I was gonna pull up the first Fred Hill interview. Gosh, but I don't know if it's. Damn, 7 hours? What a loser. I'm talking about myself. I don't know who you are, Manic Dark Cat. Why would I make you a moderator? I have no idea who you are. You could be a imposter. Aw, thank you. Well, thank you. I don't know why it won't let me. How do I do that? Oh, that was on my replay. I'm sitting here thinking I got a super chat. Oh my God. I'm going crazy here. It's like, who is it? Is my interview? Dang, I should have uploaded it though. I wonder if there was anybody who kind of
he stays. He's more just more. FBI or the TBI was following him around, and he was just trying to show point that he had money and he needed to sell his daughter. Well, hello. Your daughter's gone. Well, how's that prove you didn't sell your daughter? Like, you could have been using money you got from the sale of your daughter. And how did they afford that vehicle?
I don't know. That's what I always wondered, They always drove this old ragged out bullshit vehicle that won't hardly get them place to place. But then all of a sudden, boom, she ended up that green Tahoe.
Okay.
She ended up that green Tahoe.
Oh wait, I forgot. Hold on.
With that white truck.
We've already.
I mean, I wondered how they even got them on Cashapp now with the one that I was telling you about last night, Haskell Ryan's, with a dog that belonged to him in the vehicle, and ends up letting the dog out here. I mean, it was just didn't make sense.
Did you ever see them hurt animals?
I've never seen them hurt them. Now the young
To me, go around here.
stuff like that over the years, I mean,
It's not-
I think that they have.
I don't know what they're doing.
They could. Yeah, we call holding law out here on one of the.
Can I go over behind the car?
Oh, so right here I mute out
the advertisement.
Yeah, you know, Simpson,
Okay.
or whatever. Why they take yours sit right there for 3 different days. I mean, before someone went missing, up to the day she went missing. That was a solid, you know, just sitting there.
What kind of vehicle is the SSR? Is that a truck or SUV?
It kind of looks like.
It looks like a Pinky Cruiser in a way. You know, they always drove this old ragged out bullshit vehicle that wanted hard to get them place to place. And then all of a sudden, boom, she ended up that green Tahoe.
Okay.
They ended up that green Tahoe.
Oh wait, I forgot.
And
Hold
ended up
on.
with that white truck.
We've already.
I mean, I wondered how they even got them on Cashapp now with the one that I was telling you about last night, Haskell Ryan's, with a dog that belonged to him in the vehicle, and ends up letting the dog out here. I mean, it just didn't make sense.
Did you ever see them hurt animals?
I've never seen them hurt them. Now the young
To me, for to go around here,
stuff like that over the years, I mean,
It's
stuff,
not.
I think that they would have
I don't know what they're doing.
what we call holding law out here on one of the roof.
I go over behind the car.
Okay, so I rewinded to this part because he talks about the white HHR. Right here I muted out because
That one that used to be
when we went to the bathroom.
Simpson,
Okay.
whatever. Why they take yours sit right there for 3 different days. I mean, before someone went missing, up to the day she went missing. That was a solid, you know, just sitting there.
What kind of vehicle is the SSR? Is that a truck or SUV?
It kind of looks
It
like.
looks like a Pinky Cruiser in a way.
It's bigger.
But there's like 3 people standing out down there. Every time I went in and out of the hall, for 3 different days.
Quite a lot this county drives one.
Oh, really?
Them, like we're talking about.
Is she doing okay down there?
I'll take yours.
Oh, I just went back there. They're like, just go there.
Yeah, they're made kind of like the Pinky Cruiser, but Chevrolet what makes them.
Well, can you think of anything else? I know it's getting cold enough, but I don't. You're gonna freeze to death out here, and so are they.
I'm used to it.
I know, but
Because I don't know, I did a lot more of the evenings and stuff, but
I just want you to know I swear I'm not the one that called your mom. I wonder why somebody would do that. I guess they're probably. I wonder if that person.
sent letters and stuff people had to her and stuff, and like she had something to do with it and stuff. We know you know, and all kinds of stuff.
That's why Summer would put a question mark on the back of it.
Holy cow!
But
That's random. I bet they're doing it
see,
to
they
everybody.
spend a lot of man hours down there searching. I mean, I don't know why, but well, like I told you last night, the dog get here, the dog get down there, but there's one person here and one person that was there too. I mean, same place. The only person, I mean, my thought was, you know, it had to be something with him for the dog get here and there too. And I thought,
Where did the dog hit? Also, besides here, over. Oh.
See, he come here and look at that, and I wasn't here.
Who's him?
And I didn't even know
Don
he was
or
here.
Haskell?
And then
Hack Grimes come up here.
His name's Hack.
Haskell, this is real name.
I tried looking up on Facebook, but I might be
Hack
spelling.
Jacks is what he goes to on Facebook.
Hack Jacks? Okay, Hack Jacks. Thank you. I must have dropped my pen.
He's rough looking character. I mean, real long beard, like a homeless, looks like a homeless
Does
person.
he? What? I just want you to know I swear I'm not the one that called your mom. I wonder why somebody would.
No, and all kinds of stuff.
That's why Summer would put a question mark on the back of it.
Holy cow!
But
That's random. I bet they're doing it
see,
to
they
everybody.
spend a lot of man hours down there searching. I don't know why, but well, like I told you last night, the dog get here, the dog get down there, but there's one person here and one person that was there too. Same place. The only person, my thought was, it had to be something with him for the dog hit here and there too. And
Where did the dog hit also besides here? Over. Oh.
See, he come here, look at that, and I wasn't here.
Who's him?
And I didn't even know
Don
he
or
was here.
Haskell?
And then
Hack Grimes come up here.
His name's Hack.
Haskell.
Haskell.
This is real name.
I tried looking up on Facebook, but I might be
Hack
spelled.
Jacks is what he goes to on Facebook.
Hack Jacks? Okay, Hack Jacks. Thank you.
So I want to go over that. I went over that part twice because I felt like that's important. This is the interview. This is from mid-January when I first, let's see. And with me is Yennefer. The other lady you hear, she's like, at this time, that's when everybody gave me so much shit because I had my daughter with me. I had Yennefer and my daughter with me. However, Caitlin was staying in the car, and Yennefer was kind of like going back and forth. And it was during the day, so it was very, very cold. It was very cold. This must have been the first time. I think me and Yennefer went first. Then I went back with another lady. I don't know. That's a good question, G Crime. Will Dawn be back with Candace? It's gonna be like, oh my gosh, YouTube's gonna be on freaking fire when Dawn gets out of jail. Everybody's gonna be just like just waiting to see what happens. Will Dawn come on YouTube? Does anybody, who will be the first to talk to him? Who's going to get that exclusive? So I don't know. Like, people are saying, I hear a lot of people saying, like, oh, I hope he stays off YouTube and stuff. Like, I heard Dazed and Confused saying that earlier, and I was like, no, I don't want him to stay off YouTube. I want him to keep talking. Even though they tell us a bunch of bullshit, it's like a puzzle, you know what I mean? And we have to like decipher through the BS. And Don does tell the truth a lot. Like, and in the why he doesn't always tell the truth. Don't get me wrong. I know he's a liar, but you can pick up patterns on people, like what they do when they lie and stuff. I don't know. The more they talk, it's just easier to pick up on that stuff. I'd love to, meet up with Dawn again. I don't know if that would ever happen, but I don't know. You think he'll be back running his mouth? I want him to keep talking because you can tell when he repeats stories, like for instance, like his dad running away from home or whatever. Like, he's told me that story like so many times, and I've heard him tell other people, and he repeats a lot of the same stories. So what you have to do is like ask him the same question, but in different ways. Like, you know what I mean? So ask him the same question like 5 times, but 5 different ways. And see like which questions like match and which don't. And the ones that are probably, you see a lot of variance is probably where he's lying. So I know if I was him too, I wouldn't come on here. I mean, it would be in his best interest for sure, but I don't know if it's in the best interest of Summer. And that's like the most important, you know what I mean? You want him to not talk anymore, Fliplock? Yeah, we don't want you not see shit in here, please. All right. Let's continue and see what else. So remember, this is from the interview. I guess I could put a banner on to let everybody know this is from mid-January. I randomly picked a spot. I don't even know. Actually, when I went in January, I got a few different recordings. I didn't know, I was not prepared at all. Like, I should get a freaking recorder. That's what I need, bad. Just like a regular old school recorder. I mean, because there's always so much background noise and BS. That's all I need.
He's rough looking character. I mean, real long beard, like a homeless, looks like a homeless person.
Does he? What do you think he would talk, or is he still friends? He what?
He stays out Zoomers a lot.
Which one? Zimmer.
Out there on 93.
The one over near the Arby's and all that?
Yeah, where Arby's is.
Okay.
Yeah, he sits there a lot, uses Wi-Fi and stuff.
Inside of Arby's?
No, he sits in his truck. He got the silver Dodge Dakota.
We'll go that way. I don't know.
He pulls over.
Beat up. I mean, it's full of junk and stuff. The back of it stays full of junk.
Yeah.
It's extended cab. Beat up.
Okay. So you said he goes by Hack Jack?
Yeah, on
Something
Facebook Messenger.
H-A-K or H-A-C-K? Hack Jack. Okay.
We couldn't figure out. They were stopping everybody from coming in and out of the holler.
Wouldn't
He
even
didn't
let
live
people,
in here.
people
They
even
wouldn't let
live
them come
here.
in.
I mean, didn't live here, but had property in here.
He
They
didn't
wouldn't
live
let
here.
him in. But they let him in.
But they
I
let
mean, it
him
was just odd. You know, why would the law let him in and stuff?
Right.
They only let the people that own this property in here and got, as long as they don't live on it, they wouldn't let them in here.
So, wow. Okay, so they wouldn't let people that weren't like staying
A
here.
resident of it, you know, they own property but didn't live there, they weren't even allowed in. I mean,
How long did they do that for?
about a month or longer.
Oh, wow. So they didn't let anybody back here for a
No.
month?
No,
I wasn't aware of that.
yeah, they shut it down at the end of the hall. They set up camp and everything over there. I mean,
They was
and even at the command post down here at Mount Palmer
They
Trailer,
really did put a lot in.
a lot of it, they searched every vehicle coming and going from there usually.
I will give
I mean, up and down the highway.
And they did, it wasn't just a 2-week search. It was, they was in here for a month.
Yeah, because
Over a month.
do you think it's possible? Like,
They
I
did do a good job
they
trying
did.
to look for it. My opinion.
You don't think there's any way they missed that area where we saw the bones and stuff?
I didn't think they would, but
It could have been. I mean, I guess something could have been
I
moved.
feel like she's been moved and stuff. I mean, that's
Yeah.
my opinion. All right.
Yeah. Can you think of any last questions? I don't know, or anything you guys can think of that's interesting or that people should know. I mean, he's full of shit. Well, who do you
Well,
think?
just like Donna can say no. I mean, just making them say it is going to, that's what people trying to do. They're trying to figure out how to get them to come clean. I mean, they know. I mean,
Yeah. That whole bomb.
like Ronnie said, kids just don't go with them.
And
You
first
know?
of all, why did he say, I caught something, it was in one of the videos, I don't know who it was not with, Why did he say he just got his little girl back?
He stated in one video.
That was on my live.
I just took and
That's my YouTube channel.
said that.
Why did he say
Said
that?
that I just got her back, and then
Somebody took her again.
Some people think that, okay, so there was a rumor going around about me, and some people think that he was talking about my daughter. Like when he said, what would you do if you just got your daughter back? Or what would you do? Because there was a rumor, being a YouTube creator, there's all types of rumors and stuff.
They said something about, it's talking about somebody's daughter or something. He's talking about you'd want to kill them too or something.
Yeah, that was me. That was me.
But he said, I just got one channel. He's talking about he just got some of her back, and then she got took again or something.
Yeah, that was mine, and people went crazy about that. But yeah, I think I don't know if he was like. So
like she was held for money or something.
Ransom.
Yeah.
Something about ransom.
He
The way
said
you
something
said
about
it, like he just got his daughter back, and
held for
now she's
ransom.
held for ransom again or something like that, you know.
And these rednecks and fucking niggers around here.
Sorry about that. She was saying what he would say. See, I knew that she was gonna. That was in there. If only. Wow.
I do know that.
Yeah, see, that's part of the reason why I can't upload these. Well, I mean, I could upload it without editing, but there's a couple times they say that word, and I'm like, whoa. Oh, you're welcome. There was something else I was going to do here, too. I was going to change the title of my live, but it's okay. I could do that in a second. I don't know. Like, I'm kind of, No Woman, No Cry asked, do you think Don will face charges in Utah? I was pretty confident that he would for a while, but I'm wondering if, I don't know. I mean, I know that something like that would probably take some time, like get enough solid evidence, especially something so long ago. It's hard to say. I feel like it's a 50-50. That's how I feel on it. It's like 50% chance they will take it to court and 50% chance they won't. And the only reason they want it is just if they didn't have enough evidence to get a conviction because of how long ago it was. I mean, they do have pretty much a confession from Don, himself. But I think, though, with the laws and how they are, this cop said something to me about I forget what I was talking to him about, but it kind of makes me wonder if what he was telling me about it would apply with this. Like when Don talked about being sorry for the things he's done, as far as with his stepsister or whatever, some might not have really viewed that as a confession. I think like in the courts, I think that attorneys and the judge would look at it that as it's something that would be up to perception, that it's not a clear cut admits, you know, I don't think he ever came out and just directly admitted to it, did he? Like straight, I mean, with no questions asked. I mean, it's 100% clear. That's what he's saying. I think that he should. I mean, because, yeah, I mean, it's the worst crime ever. I think that when it comes to kids and sex crimes, it's the most horrible crime ever. So it's not that I want him to face time. It's just, I don't know how they're going to be able to convict him. I don't know. I never thought like that at first, but the more I think on it, the more, like, I wonder, you know, they're not going to have any type of DNA evidence. I mean, they do have, you know, several people, and that says something, you know, several people saying the same thing happened to them. So that is, like the judge told me in my protective order hearing against Cashapp, she said, your word is evidence. Like, a person's testimony or account of something that happened is evidence, but you have to decipher whether or not they're being honest. So it's tricky. He admitted only as a minor, though. Yeah, see, I don't think he's ever admitted as an adult, and that's the thing. He will ever go before a judge. Oh, really? You think it was all fake for views? He would blame it on his sister, saying she would start it sometime. Yeah, that was when he was a minor, though. Yeah, it's true. And unfortunately, yeah, I don't know. I feel like at the very least, though, like, if anything, you know, at the very, very least, if Summer is passed, at least she didn't, you know, lose her life in vain. There was a lot of good that happened from her disappearance, you know. It probably saved the lives of her brothers. Definitely gave them a chance at life, you know, a chance that they would not have ever had, probably, because it looked like CPS was dragging their feet. I mean, the oldest was like, what, 12 or 11? So, you know, they'd gone on this long. It takes like forever for anybody to even get out there. Yep, met the rents. Hey, Lana. I saw you text me while I was out. I don't think I opened it yet, though. I just remembered. He did. I agree. He did bring a lot of... Actually, I guess I can't say I've talked to the most people, you know, related to this case. That's not true, because it would be Chris McDonough for sure. He's definitely talked to the most. I never talked to Allie or Allison, or I really want to talk to Sherry. I really, 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 really want to talk to Sherry. I know that I could relate. Okay, not relate to her, but I know that I have a way with people, like making them feel comfortable. And I just feel like she's already, I could tell, like a talker. And I think that she'll she would like, I mean, Allie had to shut her up a few times. So yeah, she's definitely the one I want to talk to.
There's lots of things out there.
At his house?
Yeah.
Like, do you know any specific?
They'll live with him for a month or two
Like,
at a time. And then
do you know any of the names?
Huh?
Do you know names of any of the sex offenders that would hang out there?
See, one that
Marcos?
that snuck and give my oldest daughter, or not oldest daughter, next to oldest daughter, some stuff one night. I went to a friend's house and his vehicle broke down, and I took and went to him to go get it. And that man happened to be there, and he snuck to my girl some liquor and a bunch of pot.
Love Live. They didn't see me. That's not true. Now, maybe if it was planned, it might have been before, like when they heard heels on the ground was coming, I guess. But no, it couldn't have been planned for me. It's impossible. Nobody knew I was coming there. There's no way. That was found the night before this even happened. Which this night was January 13th. What day is the 13th? Today's the 18th, and today is Tuesday, 17th, 16th, 15th, 14th, 13th. Is that Thursday was the 13th? So Wednesday was the bone situation. The first night I talked to Fred. I didn't get out. Tuesday was my first day in Beach Creek area. Pull it back up.
Got to give my girl some liquor and a bunch of pot, and I don't know what all. And me, I done told him, he was cutting a pill out there on the counter, and I told him, listen, she's a minor, she ain't bad enough.
Yeah.
And he done knew she was a minor, and then still done it. But then when I found out, I went down there, and then it better be a bad situation.
And that's one of them that hangs out over at Don's?
But it was, but he's not been there in a while.
Is it Chris Marcos or Frank White or?
I think it's Andy Paul.
Andy Paul.
I forgot. There you go. There's another Andy name. Andy Paul.
Andy name. Is he a drug dealer?
Yeah, as far as I know, he did mess with stuff.
Would he deal to Don and Candace, you think?
See, he used to stay in a camper. One piece, there's a few pictures on the internet of the camper over where that building is.
Yep.
That was his camper.
That was Andy Paul's camper.
Because that's where I went to when I found out, about killing him.
So they were, what was he doing? Was he paying to put his camper on there to Don or what?
He was fooling with Candace stuff, I think, while Don was gone.
Oh, you think they were messing around?
Yeah.
Do you think Candace was messing around? You never met Hunter or anything, did you?
I never did know Hunter, no.
Yeah. So you never seen?
I've never seen him up and down there.
You never seen any inappropriate behavior between Candace and any younger boys? Did they have a lot of teenagers hang out over there?
I never did really see Candace even act interested in anybody at all.
Paul. It's 3 hearts. Paul. Andy Paul.
I mean, of course, when I've been around them, of course, I ain't been around much. I mean,
But you,
very seldom.
but you
Just
think
saw
something
from
was
Andy
going
or
on?
something or
But
other.
you think she had something going on with Andy? Andy,
Well, it's a possibility. I mean,
was he living out there when Don was gone, or did Don know he was living out there? Obviously, well, I guess he probably knew, huh? So
Don knew about Andy Powell living over and stuff. I mean, but he couldn't get rid of him. He let on like he was trying to get rid of him and stuff. He let on like he was a child molester and all that. Then, I mean, Don was.
well, they have a Christopher Marcus that is one that the internet YouTube has mentioned many times that they had over there, and I guess he's like related some way, but like a distant. But he's like a bad news. Do you know Frank White?
I do know of him. I don't know him. I know of him. So I don't think Frank would have to do with it.
What other sex offenders around here that you think?
But see, there's the sex offender lives in this holler, actually. This next road, as you go back out of the holler at Simpson Drive or whatever cuts off from this road, there's sex offender lives on it, on top of those owners.
Okay. Huh. Okay.
He's supposedly looks like a midget or something, kind of.
Oh, really? So I guess the Andy name is interesting because it came up in a interview. It was, Chris McDonough YouTube channel. He came out there and he was the only one to really get inside that house before it was even fixed up. And he had bleeped out the part where Hunter mentioned that their drug dealer was named Andy. Everybody's thinking it's Andy, Jody Sue's Andy. Yeah. So when you mentioned that
I
Andy,
know Don gave Andy some money down there the day that she went missing and stuff. When I was standing there talking to Andy, and him, what the law stuff was still there, and he did reach Andy some money and stuff then. I don't know what it was
Jody Sue's Andy?
Yeah.
He gave Andy money that day.
Yeah.
Do you know how much?
He said, here's that money I owe you. Like that.
Oh, do you know how much it is?
I didn't know. I just sent money.
That is very interesting. Oh, yeah, and that's how somebody would cover it up too. They would be like, "Oh, here's that money I owe you." You know what I mean? See, that makes me think that he paid him or something.
I just figured it was for drugs or something. Well, I figured, he owed him for something other.
Yeah. Does Andy do meth still? I know he.
I've not never seen him.
Yeah.
I did like Dawn and him. I didn't know that they'd done that much until, like a week before she went missing. They showed up here, coked up and stuff, wanting to sit.
Yeah, I thought that was very, very, very interesting. I'll rewind that just 1 minute.
Oh, they'd done that much.
Yeah, I mean, they're not.
I thought that was very interesting. Money. And who would be thinking that anyways? Your child just went missing and you're thinking about paying somebody back? I mean, I don't know. I guess that's not.
Sorry, I kept that on longer and I probably should have. I just was this is an interview between me, or I hate saying interview because it's not really an interview. I mean, I did ask questions, but this is when I went to Fred's in January and Jennifer was with me this time. And we were just kind of going over some of it again. But while we were listening to that, Jason texted me and told me that he's sick. And I'm like, oh, great. And then it just reminded me, like, how a couple days ago he told me his boss got COVID. I'm like, ugh. So I'm like, oh, no. We'll see. Fingers crossed, I guess. I have to just cross that bridge when we get there. Well, Fred thought it was a drug deal. That was his initial feeling about that whole exchange. So then little Ziggy's coming up to me telling me that the toilet's broken. I'm like, what do you mean the toilet's broken? So he sounded more clear in this one. I think the audio was a little bit better in the June one. That's what he wanted it to be thought, but now thinking about it, it's more sus. Fix the loo. Yeah, right. Mommy, daughter is missing. By the way, here's the weed money, right? Who's going to be thinking of that, like, when your daughter just goes missing? Nobody's going to be thinking about that. WTF. The night that Summer went missing, he's really, I mean, this would have been within, like, well, what did he say? It was like, it would have been earlier in the evening. Before, even Dawn went all the way down to Fred's and everything. Fred was down there. Why would Dawn have to go down there and talk to the local drug dealer when Fred had already been down that way that day and he had already seen Fred when all the cops came and stuff? I'm pretty sure Fred was down there because he said he saw this exchange between Dawn and Andy the night that Summer went missing. And I know that Dawn went down to Fred's at around 10:30 p.m. with Josie, his oldest son, talking about the resurrection. But from my understanding, there was this exchange earlier in the evening, so it would have had to, Fred would have already had to been down there. Like, if he's a drug dealer that you're going to go talk to, you've already talked to him. He was, you know what I mean? Did he stop off at the bank? I don't know about that, but hey, Kraken asses. Why was he visiting Fred? Okay, and then earlier in this video or in this conversation, you hear him talking about where the dog's hit by. He said the dog's hit by his mom's, which is really that. Okay, so where his mom is it's like before his house on Ben Hill, but it's pretty far down there, okay? But what's interesting about the dogs hitting there, that is where Fred would have had to move his vehicle to get out of the way to let Andy by. Like, what, did the dogs hit down there because Andy and this truck and this other girl in a car like did some kind of, they had Summer down there or something? Did they stop at the end of Fred's driveway and do it because Fred was over down at his mom's house at that time? I carry no cash on me, like, ever. I have a kid that does mows my lawn for he said for $15, but I always at least give him a 20 because it's just not enough. And he's always asking to mow my lawn. I'm like, can you take Cashapp? Like, I don't carry cash. Nobody carries cash. Do you take check? This kid. I'm like, you need a Cashapp. Like, hey, Barbie.
No, get out.
Okay.
If he owes money, he owes money. I guess it doesn't matter or not, but just odd. What was that money for? And yes, this is turned into TBI. I do have that interview. We have about 20 minutes left of this. I do have the 30 minutes with Fred Light. Maybe we'll play tomorrow. Or not Fred Light. Fred Hill, sorry. Fred Hill. From my first interview, but it's going to be probably a repeat of much of the stuff. And I have that tree trimmer interview, but I need to figure out how to get the volume up on it. It's too quiet. You can't hear it. What's that say? Damn, Ziggy, great info you collected. If you remember, H said Andy texted Candace and said it was done, but he didn't know what Andy meant, right? Snuggles, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was talking to him about that. I was like, that was very interesting because, you know, and during Chris McDonough's interview, H said something about Andy being the drug dealer. Hey, Josh. That one creator was talking.
Do you know how much?
Channel. I know. I don't know, Justice Jenny, but right, Super Buzz. They were probably all out there.
Yeah.
Do you know how much?
He said, here's that money I owe you. Like that.
Oh, do you know how much it is?
I didn't know. I just sent over money.
That is very interesting. Oh, yeah, and that's how somebody would cover it up too. They would be like, "Oh, here's that money I owe you." You know, I made him not. See, that makes me think that he paid him or something. I just figured it was for drugs or something. I figured,
No, May, that's not true. He said several times. No, he talked to them several times. I don't know. I don't know why I want to think he said 2 or 3 times. It might be in the first interview. Fortunately,
1 o'clock or so, and been on home, and she knows something. You know, but wanting to sit like that when I drive away, that's when he had Hack's dog with him and left the Hack's dog.
So you would come over here just to hide and do drugs?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we park along the road and stuff up down through here, haulers and stuff, they're doing it.
He's a big Trump fan, isn't he? Donald Trump. I heard the tree people told me that he was the next day after, that was the most interesting. I spoke to the tree people right before I came over here, and they told me that they saw Don the next day in the morning, and he didn't say anything about summer. He was just talking about politics and Donald Trump. Next day after summer went missing.
Yeah. One thing he talked about around me, every time I meet him, is religion.
that's okay. That's okay, Jen Hoffa, because I already blocked her because I blocked her from messaging me because she only messages when she wants something. And it caused me, I shouldn't have, it put me in a position where I felt like I couldn't share everything that I wanted to share with you guys because I was always worried to upset Jody Sue. But, I told Jody Sue the things that Fred said. So just to give her a heads up, I was like, just to let you know. And she said she didn't care. So. Let me see here. Okay, so, and she tried to FaceTime me on Saturday, or late Friday night, early Saturday morning. And I felt like I didn't answer it because I felt like she was trying to see if I was still in Tennessee.
Just wanted to note how weird that was. Jody Sue I have never FaceTime with Jody Sue ever in my life. I never even had a phone call with her before. We had only messaged through Facebook Messenger, okay? I come down to Tennessee, and she's like messaging daily and calling my phone and trying to FaceTime me when I'm down in Tennessee. Like, I wonder kind of what she...
Shut those away.
What is it, just a box?
Yeah, okay, 12.
Does it have anything in it?
No, but do I need to keep it to ship it back?
Yeah, you can keep it. I'll use it. It's a good box for shipping. Sorry. But yeah, it was very strange. Like, I kind of wish I would have answered it. I mean, I saw when she called and I just kind of looked at it. I'm like, I wonder what she would have said. No, Andy's new girlfriend's name is Becca. She knows I'm a pushover. Like, gosh. She always took over the panel every time she come up here because I'm so passive. That's the thing. It's like, that's what would happen on the old, streams and stuff, which was fine because sometimes, it'd be nice. Like, I wouldn't even have to talk a lot of times, but sometimes, man. And with Jody Sue, I was always kind of like afraid to talk. Not afraid to talk, but like I found it pointless to even give any type of opinion or theories when she was on the panel because she's going to just shoot them down every single time, no matter what they were. You know what I mean? She never she always had to disagree with people. Oh my gosh, guys. Guess what day it is? Or what day it's about to be? Oh my God. Do you guys really think that Andy and Becca will get married tomorrow? Saturday? Here in less than in an hour and a half, it's going to be the freaking 17th of September on East Coast time. So same time as where Andy and them are at. But anyways, technically it will be their wedding day. He was paying Andy for fast food he picked up. Oh my God. Seriously? Who is going to be thinking of that when your daughter's missing? She was missing for 2 hours and he's freaking paying a $5 fast food debt? Use what to poke the bear? Oh, you mean as far as the wedding? No, I don't want to rub it in her face or anything. I honestly feel kind of bad for her. Not gonna lie. Guys, I would never rub it in her face, but I mean, there's gonna be people that will. I don't know. If it's done in good taste, I might find it funny, but I don't want to participate in anything that's mean-spirited or anything like that because she was with that guy, or she was with Andy her whole life, and she has to, I'm sure she's really, really scared, and she was with this guy for her whole life and they never got married, and he finds another girl, and after a month he's marrying her. You know what I mean? Like, okay, is that kind of some kind of slap in the face or what? You know what I mean? Like, I feel bad for Jody Sue. I do. She just is, unfortunately, though, she handles things wrong. She's very vindictive. And I'm telling you, that vindictive stuff does not work. That pushes somebody away even further. I don't even see what's the big rush for them to get married. I don't get it. I mean, I know, like, in the beginning they're all in love and stuff like that, but, like, a month in, right? Is that all they've been dating? Or maybe it's been longer than a month. I guess I should stop saying a month. It hasn't been a month. It's been, I guess, maybe it's been about a year. Okay. But still, I don't understand. Got married to someone else. His mom wanted me to stop the new wedding. No. You gotta you can't control other people. You just, unfortunately, I would never, I would never stop a wedding or attempt to stop a wedding or, I mean, because, I was in love with the guy or whatever. I would never, I don't know. I just don't think like that. If somebody doesn't want to be with me, then, you know what I mean? Like, why would you want somebody with you who doesn't want to be with you? That's what I don't get. And there is people like that. a lot of people in this world that don't care, like, especially I think Jody Sue's the type, like, though, I think she's the type that she kind of like, if I can't have you, nobody can type, I guess. But I still do feel bad for her, okay? I'm not going to lie. Like, I get why she would be upset. So I can see it from both sides, but I think that Judy Sue's being a little bit more, like, vindictive. And I don't know, though, about this whole marriage thing. If it is, like, legitimate because they just, like, fell in love and stuff, then I truly hope the best wishes and everything to them. I just hope the intentions are pure, and because anything done in hate or with a negative kind of, what would be the word? Trying to think. With negative, like, intentions, kind of like some negative intentions, like in hurting somebody else, like something that's done like that, it's just not gonna, it doesn't last. Right. They don't even have a place to live right now, do they? I mean, I guess whatever. It's not my life, right? Why should I care? I guess it really doesn't. Whatever. How old is she? Does anybody know? It's okay. I want heart to touch. I don't really like trip on the likes and stuff. like some creators do. Maybe getting married so she doesn't have to testify against him. Oh. Wow. You think? Yeah, but I feel like kind of Andy does know something. That's a good thought, though, Dara, that maybe they are getting married so they don't have to testify against each other. That would make sense. And that I would I guess understand. I mean, however, if she knows anything about a missing child, I mean, they both should be talking.
I just thought it was so odd. Okay. So what I said to her is, I said, I messaged her the day I got there. I said, how are you doing okay? Then instead of answering that question, it's in the back seat, is already home, Mexican restaurant. I was like, yes. So I'm done, put us behind control who I took the opportunity to. That neighborhood and community always met up with me or mentioned it. So trying to
I mean, that's my feeling, you know.
expecting anything weird until we were told that Summer went missing on a Tuesday, but there are people that believe she actually went missing before then. Yeah, that's true, LJ, actually. Yeah, she did say something about, but she was like she thought it was crazy that Fred was saying, he said, and he also told us Summer was killed Saturday.
But that's just recently now, right? Probably because he knows he did something bad and he's trying to.
I mean, that's my feeling, you know.
Well,
but he don't really let me know much because he.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
He just gonna try to pump me for see what I know and what's being said.
Mm-hmm. Or what you're saying. Kind of like what Candace said. She went over to Alice and tried to ask Hunter, like, what did you tell the cops? You know. I think she was messing around with that. Guys, I think it's going to come out that she was messing around with Hunter. I really do. I really believe that. I believe she was, so they're both sex offenders. And I
think a lot of Andys and Andrews involved.
Is she a sex offender too? No, but I think she was messing around. I think she.
See,
there's a lot of Andrews.
Just like that group there. They had a young go miss almost a year ago or something.
Oh, yeah. Allie and them.
Yeah.
Yeah, she ran away, right? But they found her, right? She came back.
This is a young kid. I'm about little.
So, but you know of a lot of Andrews and Andys?
Well, Andy, which is
this is right?
Jody Cecil man. Then see, they got a son named Andy.
Okay.
I mean, there's a 4-foot pool.
Was it there the day Summer went missing?
No. They were gone. Which, he's out to do anything. I mean.
Really?
I've seen him actually in the swimming pool and stuff over there at Dawn and Candace's with Summer at one time. Like that. Before she went missing, you know. The swimming pool that used to be there that wasn't there when she supposedly went missing, but it was there like a couple weeks before. A big swimming pool.
Right. Where did that go?
Yeah, that's what I asked.
That's what somebody else said.
Where's it at? That we're at Red Barrel, they show at Red Barrel and stuff. That swimming pool sitting right there.
Was it
I mean,
there?
there's a 4-foot pool.
Was it there the day someone went missing?
No. They were gone the day she was missing. That's what it didn't make sense to me. Why is that swimming pool gone all of a sudden?
I know, right?
Been up here.
Right in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
You know, right when it's hot.
Summer's really getting ready to start,
Yeah,
you know.
right. That's true. It was at the beginning of summer, right?
And they done been in it a few times because.
That is something that, guys, that was mentioned.
So what do you guys think could have happened to that swimming pool? Any theories on that? Like, I'd hate to think like what it was used for, but oh my gosh, those swimming pools, the one that they had are like those, wouldn't it be like that kind of flexible, like plastic at the bottom, possibly? Like where it would fold and, because, oh my God, I wonder if, oh my gosh, I don't even want to think about it. Wait, what are these about? This confidential communications privilege shall not apply to any insured obligations under a contract of insurance in civil proceedings. In a criminal proceeding, a marital confidential communication shall be privileged if A, the communications originated in a confidence that will not be disclosed. In a confidence that not. The element of confidentiality is essential to the full and satisfactory maintenance of the relation between the parties. What the hell? Can I speak English? The element of confidentiality is essential to the full and satisfactory maintenance of the relation between the parties. Okay, anybody could claim that. Oh, I feel like I have to be confidential. I can't speak what I know about a missing child because in order to have a good relationship, I need to have confidentiality. Is that basically what they're saying? That's okay. But when it comes to something like that, like, it's different. The relation must be one which, in the opinion of the community, ought to be sedulously fostered, and I don't know what sedulously fostered. By which one? In the opinion of the community, ought to be sedulously fostered. And the injury to the relation by disclosure of the communications outweighs the benefit gained for the correct disposal of litigation. Oh, well, how would they determine that? How would you weigh something like that? Like, so basically, all these are just have so many loopholes and stuff like people could use. It's so easy. Yeah, it sounds like pretty easy to get spousal privilege. I was looking up the word sedulously. Sedulously. Diligent in application or attention. Persevering. So, the relation must be one which, in the opinion of the community, ought to be diligently fostered. Okay. Who gets to determine that? Upon finding that the that a marital communication is privileged, it shall be inadmissible if either spouse objects. Wow. Huh. Jody Sue said there was no pool at the wells, and there was a photograph. Then there was a photograph produced. Yep, there definitely was a pool. It had a freaking panda on it, and we know it was there like very shortly before Summer went missing, because her head was shaved. And what's crazy about that is that pool was there. They saw, okay. They saw Andy in the pool with Summer. I believe it's the same time that they went up there to tow that junk truck away from the Wells property that Don was giving to Fred. It was like this old junk truck. It did not run, and Fred towed it away. Well, Fred and his girlfriend went up to the Wells house. I think this is the same time that the pool situation happened, where he saw that pool up, because I don't think Fred was really down there that often. And that whole incident with the truck, he said, happened like a month or two before Summer went missing. And then the pool, where he saw Andy in the pool with Summer, he said just a couple weeks before Summer went missing. So I kind of wonder if it's the same time. Like, I don't know. But also during this incident would have been when Candace, Laura noticed that Candace was pregnant, about to give birth any day. And yeah, and that's when Candace said, yep, pregnant again, so people can believe what they want about her having another baby or not after Summer, but according to Fred and Laura, she's had 2 girls since, and that she was and she told Fred and them that she was giving away the girls to save them from their lifestyle. And Fred said that he took that as if to mean that she was saving him or saving them from SA. Heard others wonder what I think you were wondering about where the pool went. Right. Is it one of those tarp type at the bottom where it could be used you know what I mean? I would think if something like that was used, there would be some kind of, oh gosh, it's horrible. I don't know. Not the adult Andy and his and Jody Sue's son, who they called Little Andy. Yeah. Andy Jr., who Fred called Andy Jr., is the one, the 18-year-old was in, which is fine, okay? There's not a crime with an 18-year-old boy being in a pool with a 5-year-old, okay? But, sometimes several different things, it could be something. It's kind of weird. Usually an 18-year-old boy doesn't want to swim with just a 5-year-old girl. But maybe the boys just went inside for a second or something. But Fred said they were nowhere around. It was just Summer and Andy Jr. It's not the real tiny type of swimming pool. It's here, I saw Susan just sent me a picture, I think, of what the pools look like. Yeah, that's kind of similar to what it looked like. Hold on, I'll show you guys. I'm not, oops, that opened up on a different. Oh, duh. I think, I don't know if this is the exact kind. Did it have those bars around the side? I don't remember it having that at the side. I thought it was just like blue. It was like similar, but I don't think it had the bars. This looks a little bit nicer than the one I remember. I don't know. My memory is not the best though, so. I know there's a picture somewhere on their Facebook of the pool. Yeah, I don't think that there was a bar, like the, I guess you would call it like the boning of the pool. I don't know how else to explain it. The skeleton of the pool, there was nothing like that on the other one. It was just like, it looked like it had possibly kind of, you know, a metal, I don't know, maybe a metal around the sides kind of, but at the bottom was like a tarp like material. There was a team saying Candace wanted them to come set it up. You know what? The person who would know if Candace had another baby or two after Summer is Marlena Crawford. She would know. She would know if Summer or if Candace was pregnant a month or so before Summer went missing. I don't know if Lips ever asked Marlena that. Do you guys remember if Lips ever asked Marlena about Candace and other babies? Has to have the bars. Well, I don't think it's one of those real big ones like that, though, Marlena. But maybe. It's something, it is similar to that for sure. Right, when the water fills up, the wall goes up. A frame, okay. I like the word bonin instead. Oh, just kidding. I think I'm such a comedian. Okay, let's go back here to this.
It's interesting that Fred brings it up because it's something I've only heard like one time before, is that swimming pool that was set up. There was a swimming pool set up over at Don and Candace.
His son Andrew was in it with him one evening. I stopped down there because I got an old junk truck off of him, and I'd stopped down there to tell him I was going to get it, and he was in the swimming pool with her then, just him and her, him and son.
That 19-year-old or 18?
Yeah.
He fixed up
not
vehicles.
Hunter, but Andy.
Yeah,
Andrew.
And Andy Jr. or whatever you be. Like
Andy's dad's name's Andrew too.
Right. It's really like
George Andrew. And then see Andy's is George Andrew too.
Right. That's why it's hard to find anything on him.
And Andrew George is Andy's son.
Jody Sue's so scared of me. Is he really a dangerous man like her ex? You think he really beat her real bad and stuff?
No, he didn't beat on her and stuff like she wanted to.
Because she says, like, if I talk to him, I can put her in danger.
There were restraining orders already in place.
She said
it's already been court and everything over. That's why she moved out had to move out from down there, because she got a restraining order, and then that was his aunt's house and stuff. They put her out. You see. The third day after, like I was talking about, they stood down there for 3 days. Well, on the fourth day, all of a sudden, when he don't leave from just the road, he leaves the whole area, goes and locks one places, and stays there for, what was it, when we finally seen McZoomer that night at the gas station. And he'd been gone for like 30-some days at that time.
Right after Summer went missing?
Yeah, fourth day.
Wow.
But that's what I'm saying. They stood at the road down there and listened to everything going on day and night. Didn't even go home. And then on the fourth day, he just up and disappears and leaves. And don't even come back for 30-some days.
JC was trying to get me not to talk to anybody back here. She thinks like I haven't been harassed. You're the only person I've talked to back. Well, no, I talked to those people. They didn't.
Them people don't know nobody really.
Did they talk to JC? Because she claims she's been on the phone crying with them because she's so upset about all these people coming back here. Like she said, everybody back here is really, tired of being. Well, I'm not messing with anybody. I think she means that group, but she acted really upset. She was trying to make me feel bad because I told her, fine, I won't talk to Andy if it puts you in danger. You know what I mean?
Put her in danger. I mean, he ain't supposed to be around her. That's law. I mean, he put jail for you, does.
True, but she thinks he's going to end up dead if I talk.
No, he ain't like that. Not unless she's afraid that he will give up information or
That's
something
what I'm saying.
that puts her guilty.
That's what I'm
I mean,
saying.
that'd be the only reason that he would. Somebody would. I mean,
I was supposed to meet with her
get rid of
yesterday.
their accomplice or whatever,
I was supposed to meet with her yesterday.
That's my thought.
I was supposed to meet up with her today. She wants me to share her links, like her Venmo, PayPal, and stuff like that. She keeps she's doing it, and she's trying to act like she's going to meet with me so that hopefully she can maybe keep me from talking to certain people and act like, maybe if she feels like if I tell her, if she thinks I'm going to meet with her, maybe she will, share my PayPal and all that, which I did reluctantly share her PayPals and stuff. But she wants to do it behind the scenes where nobody knows, pretty much.
Like that's just like Marlena Crawford. I mentioned like that. Her name's not even mentioned, and she was there that been staying there like the whole week before. So missing Plymouth to the night before she was missing.
Mentioned that night.
That what?
He mentioned that first night that someone went missing. He mentioned that.
Yeah, he just mentioned her that night. Said something about
her old man.
Marlena's old man. Daniel is. I've been trying to think what his name is. Daniel.
Holtzclaw? Daniel, who's that? And who is Dan?
It's a funny last name. He's always in jail or something.
Who was he was he?
It was Marlena's old
husband? Okay.
Yeah. But see, her name not being been brought up in this at all. And the little girl and stuff that's been seen down there, that's Marlena's little girl.
Oh, so it's not Robin's. No, there was a little girl that was there the day before Summer went missing.
See, the little girl played with Summer a lot, stayed there and played with her.
Yeah, they call her Summer's best friend. And I thought it was the husband. Yeah, I thought it was the husband. I didn't think it was Marlena that was there, but you're saying Marlena was there the day before Summer.
Yeah, she was there the day she went missing.
I tried messaging her.
Thank you, SOF. Thank you so much.
I tried messaging her, but I don't know if she uses.
She's people trying to keep her out of the scene for some reason. I don't understand that.
Well,
because I've looked at a lot of stuff and I've not seen her name be brought up in none of it. And a while ago about it.
If you're ready to go down there, I understand. Like if you want to go, I'm gonna leave here in a second.
I keep walking, keep my feet warm.
I know my feet are what's cold. Nothing. I'm not really that cold anywhere else. Just my feet, and I have and I don't want to. It's my purse is out there, right? Dude? Okay. And I usually carry it on me, and I'm like, did I set it down somewhere? Well, we'll let you go. I mean, whether maybe I'll stop by one more time and bring you guys some I don't know, some food. Like I told you, I don't. I don't know. It takes forever. It would be cold by the time it got here. But I'm leaving. I'm supposed to leave Sunday. But if it's true that the weather is going to be getting bad, I might. Because where I'm staying, the driveway is so steep, I'll not be able to get out of it, and I'd end up having to be stuck down here longer. and pay, more money, and I have. You have to
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna turn no bad.
Yeah, I could do that. Well, if I can get up the driveway.
Get ready to snow bad around here. You look at that mountain. If you can't see top of that mountain, you guarantee it's gonna come snow.
Yeah,
But if you can see top of that mountain, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
So also they can't predict weather.
That's what I always go by. I mean,
So you think it's good right now? So it's good for now?
Yeah, it ain't gonna come up.
It's not coming
If it starts, it's a bit dusting or something.
Yeah.
But now, if it gets down, you can't see top the tip off that mountain, you guarantee you will get 10, 12 inches of snow.
Well, you said that Don lived here. You've known him for 20 years, you say? Or
About
15 years?
Yeah.
So he's lived here for 15 years. He lived with his mom?
Well, they lived over in that trailer on the highway first.
Right. So he kind of went back and forth?
When she passed away, they moved in the house.
Do you know what's the name of the person that owned, her best friend's name was, talking about the one she deeded it to? Yeah. I don't remember her name, but yeah, she deeded it. There for several years, it wasn't even in Don's name. It was in some lady's name. People got the deeds. It was like, and Don told me it was his mom's best friend.
I know that Karen, which is his mom, she lived there until she died, and then he moved straight in. Well, he had kind of moved in before she passed away with her,
I forget that. I don't think it's really.
You see her mom's buried up on the mountain next to some of his kin people up there. I didn't know he was kin to nobody until he got to talking about being kin to this and that. And I did know that there's a ghost that lived up on Mountain View, but I didn't know that he was kin to her.
Yeah, I went over. She's buried over at Bowser Cemetery. I went over there and checked it out.
You know where it's at or don't?
Yeah, next to the fence, which is very weird. Some people were thinking.
My thought was that might have been where some.
Yep.
Here. Because them planting flowers stuff, they ain't nowhere down here planting flowers, and they.
Yeah, let me tell you. I talked to a lady.
Yeah, I need to get to uploading the first interview. We don't need all this freaking. I need to do that like tomorrow during the day, and we'll just like start at the beginning of this and listen, do like we did the last one, because right now I'm just playing random parts, and I need to upload it with just like no commentary or anything. I think I could probably get that done before tomorrow evening, I think. So I'll make that that way we can, some of this we're obviously going to be going over again, but a lot of that stuff is important, because actually he hasn't gone over where he sees Andy on the road yet. I don't think. So Andy say he didn't know Marlena? Yeah, right. Okay, thanks, Sliplock. I'll show that real quick. But you're right. It is the same type of pool. I sit corrected. So it does have the boning. It's just a very blurry picture. So you're right. Her hair is shaved. What happened to that? Has anybody ever asked him? I'm trying to remember if anybody's ever asked him what happened to that pool, or does he just play stupid when it comes up? No, it's fine. It works. The blurry, it's fine. Like, it's good enough. You can see what kind of pool it is, and you know what I mean? So it's not like a tiny baby pool, like real tiny baby pool. It's like, you know, it's perfect for those aged kids, you know? Oh, somebody drew it on just because some people, to me, I don't notice those things because I don't look at kids like that. But I guess people are very, careful nowadays with showing pictures of kids where, you know, even they don't, like a little girl not even having her shirt on or something, even though to me, like, you know, it just looks like a little boy, you know what I mean? I don't think anything of it. You know, they're not developed or anything. But, you know, I mean, there is like a lot of weirdos in this world. So I guess better safe than, I don't know. I mean, I have pictures of me, like, you know, naked when I was a baby and stuff. I mean, I don't have them myself, but my parents do. I have a picture of Caitlin when she was a baby, but that was professionally done. And actually, you know, what's crazy is she was right at the age where they said you know, they're after 1 year old, they're not allowed to, I guess, legally take pictures of babies naked. So yeah, she was like almost a year old. I remember because it was a, you know, conversation about how old she was and stuff. Yeah, and pandas are a sign of, you know, I guess I could say, what, SA? Trying to think how I put it without saying the actual word, but I mean, and it could be completely innocent, but when there's so many coincidences, you know, they were coloring hair, and now I do believe she shaved her head because of lice. I believe that story all along. And I think that she was just embarrassed at first to say it, I guess, because they weren't very forthright at first about why Summer's head was shaved. And I kind of wrote that off like, well, they were probably embarrassed about, you know, her having lice and stuff, and they probably didn't have the money to go buy one of those kits. And it probably, I mean, I'm guessing with that many kids in that small of a house, it was probably a nightmare. Like, probably could not get rid of it, you know what I mean? And she would be like buying those kits like constantly. Yeah, that's true. Just roll with it. That's like, you know, it's not like it's like one picture, you know, where you accidentally get your child like in an awkward position. When it seems to be something that is a pattern. Watch out, camera's on.
Okay, turn it off real quick. Is it off?
Yeah. Okay. You think it was grooming? I always thought it was a possibility that they were trafficking her out and would get her back. Usually that this time they didn't get her back. That's a lot of people's, that's what a lot of people thinks. Yeah, I think so too. It was obvious to me that she favored the boys. I think possibly she was jealous of Summer in a weird way. You know what I mean? And I don't think that she liked the attention that Dawn gave Summer as the only girl. And I don't know what other weird stuff is going on. I don't want to even freaking think of it, but without thinking of that, I still believe that Candace was jealous. And I don't think she was saving any child. I think she was getting rid of the girl babies. If that was alleged, I'll say allegedly because we don't know this for a fact. But if she was having babies and like selling them or whatever, I know she wasn't giving them away. I'm sure she was getting some kind of money or something in exchange. But if she was doing that, did Candace have twins? I was trying to think of what I was about to say. I got like this. My boyfriend being sick has like got me a little bit frazzled, honestly, because I'm kind of worried. Because I'm kind of worried that it's possibly COVID. So yeah, when he texted me about that just a little bit ago, he just texted me about 30 minutes ago, telling me he was sick, and that's kind of ever since then I've been kind of like, you know what I mean? CPS ladies, yeah, the kids did have, well, CPS lady said, body lice. She said body lice and scabies, but I don't know if we ever, I don't know if scabies was, did Dawn ever admit to that? Yeah, she even gave up a good observation, Flip Flop. She even gave up the female dogs first. I think she felt Summer was competition. Yes. Very good observation. Like, seriously, she gave up even, like, even psychics have said, well, who was it that was saying? I mean, I know many people don't believe in it, but there's this one that was like spot on, and they were saying that Candace has, actually, I don't even think it was a psychic. It might have been the handwriting expert. It was almost like she was psychic because of, I mean, it was so spot on. If we take her word that she really didn't know anything about the case and everything, then that was like spectacular. I tend to believe her just because of her background, and she would have to know that kind of information. She would have to be involved into this case just as much as we are. And from the looks of her YouTube and her, you know, credentials and stuff, she seems like she'd be a very busy lady. I don't think she has time to research all these different people that she analyzes their writing. Tiny insects that feed on blood from the human scalp. Head lice most often affect children. Yes, so body lice are about the size of a sesame seed. Body lice live in your clothing and bedding, travel to your skin several times a day to feed on blood. Yeah, so when did I had lice one time in my life, and I'm trying to think if it was when exactly this. Okay, so it would have been before my channel. I didn't get freaking lice until like 39 years old, and it was like a kind of like it was from a kid, because I was doing their hair and I was using my straightener and my brush on their hair and stuff, you know, and I was using a straightener for my hair too, and I I didn't notice. I don't know how I didn't notice they didn't have lice. I mean, they had really thick hair. Maybe that's why. But anyways, yeah, I ended up like a couple of days later. I mean, oh my God, dude. I was like, are you serious? And it was so crazy. It feels so, the most annoying thing about it, I only had it for like less than 24 hours. Like when I got one of those kits and I used the like scalp comb thing, and I also what did I put all over my hair to try to like, I put something gross all over my hair. It might have been like mayonnaise or something. Does anybody know what it could have been? I don't know. I slept in it, whatever it was, and suffocated the crap out of those freaking little freaking critters. And then I used one of the kits. Then I took a freaking piping hot freaking straightener through my hair and burned any type of living possible eggs. Like, and it was funny and kind of cool. Like when you would go over your hair, you could hear when it would go over an egg, it would freaking pop. So after that, they were good and gone. I didn't. I was 39. I couldn't believe that. Like, I couldn't believe first time I got lice was when I was 39 years old. Do you want to see the handwriting expert of Dawn, Candace, and Jody Sue? I didn't see of Jody Sue, I don't think. She did one on Jody Sue? Oh, please no. It's kind of cool, guys. Seriously, it's like oddly satisfying. I'm not even joking. Yeah, it was horrible though, that for that one night that I had it. Oh my God. I was so mad. They denied having lice too. I called them. I'm like, I know you have freaking lice, okay? There's no other possible way I got it. I don't go anywhere. I'm not around people, and it just makes sense. I was doing your hair and doing their hair and using my stuff on their hair, so I don't like the Dr. Pimple Popper thing. Some of that is really, really disgusting. But some of it I find satisfying, like the blackheads. Oh my gosh, those are so cool. Like, that's awesome. But I don't want to see like freaking boils and stuff. Ew, no. Ugh. I thought I'd see. Oh my gosh. My boss got lice in kindergarten. I cried trying to get rid of those things. I was young, stressful as all get out. What do you mean your boss got lice in kindergarten? Your boss? Your son or boys? Your boys, okay. My great grandmother said something similar. Is not ashamed to get them, but ashamed to keep them. Yeah. And those kids, and the reason why I knew also was them, because I heard they had always had freaking lice. Like, I don't know. It just seems like in some households that have a lot of kids, they just like sometimes can't get rid of those things. And so I'm sure it was, difficult for Candace and them. And, with the boys, it was easier. They could just shave the boys' heads, and I mean, and they did that with Summer too, but I don't know. Girls were just like more, were different for Candace. Like, she saw them as competition, I feel like. I mean, she liked being around boys who were like teenagers. So why would she want to have any girl kids that will grow up to, be her competition. I don't know. It's so weird. But I think she's jealous of the love that Dawn had for Summer, whether that be an appropriate love or not. I think that, because I don't believe that I don't think that she has an empathetic bone in her body. So anything she does, I believe, is for selfish purposes. So yeah, if she's giving up a baby, it's for selfish reasons. Like, it's not because she's saving the child. It's because she doesn't want to give any more of her time to another child. And she especially doesn't want any girl baby taking any more attention away from her, from Dawn. Yeah, you can see them pretty well, guys, too. It's like, sorry, guys. I'm sorry for grossing some of you guys out. It's really not the grossest thing. I mean, it is gross, but I guess after having it, it was less gross. You know what I mean? But it is pretty gross. I don't know, actually. That's probably not true. It was gross. Oh, thank you, Unit 649. Sent me another picture. And I don't think I need to edit this one because Summer's very blurry. So, well, actually, I better, because then I'm going to hear it from people. How do I? Oops. Sorry, guys. We got a little bit better picture of the pool. But you guys get the idea no matter what. Either way, I'm just covering Summer, even though it's really blurry. I'm just, just to avoid. I don't see how people could find a child. I don't get it. So I guess, you know what I mean? I don't think about those things. I guess I should. Okay. So here's the other picture of the pool. A little bit better, I guess, because it's brighter and you can see more of it. And you can see her hair is shaved. So this would have been right before she went missing. Gosh, this had to have been so soon, or so close to when she went missing. You know what? They did have a lice that they were calling super lice, wasn't it? What they called it? Wasn't it called super lice or something like that? That are more resilient to certain treatments and stuff? Like, that's a real thing. Yeah, that boy he's pretty skinny. But sometimes it's hard to tell, like, if a kid is, like, naturally skinny. Actually, you can tell pretty much, like, I mean, you can tell that they're not healthy. To me, I think they just, I don't know. Maybe I guess I shouldn't say that. Maybe I don't know. I guess I would have to see him in person, I think, at that time to decide. Super mosquitoes. Maybe that's what it was. Super mosquitoes. Yeah, they're like super, something like that. Yeah, they're called super mosquitoes or some. That's where I heard it from. But guys, I am gonna work on getting that Fred Hill interview uploaded tonight. and or tomorrow, and we'll go over it from the beginning for the one in January starting tomorrow. So, but I am going to go. Hopefully I won't be, let's just pray like that Jason's just, you know, I don't know, maybe he'll wake up and everything will be fine, and maybe I won't get sick. Maybe it's nothing. Oh gosh, please, please, God, I do not want to be sick. I just can't. Cannot be sick. Not like that. Not down for like weeks like that. But anyways, yeah, I'm doing good now. But you know how like your mind can like really be, your mind is a strong, you know, very powerful thing. And a lot of times you can cause yourself to be sick. You know what I mean? It's like a placebo effect. Just, yeah, that brother, I guess, was actually no, the middle, Wyatt, whichever one Wyatt is, that's the middle boy. He's like Summer's protector. The other two were kind of mean to her, so I hear, especially the oldest one, from what I hear. But you know, they're kids, so I mean, at least I gotta, you know, it's not anything with their behavior is not their fault. Like, I can imagine it was not easy being a child growing up in that household, and it's just sad to think the things that they've seen. But like I said, you know, at the very least, Summer's life, if she has passed, then at the very least, she probably saved her three brothers' lives, you know, and if not, she definitely gave them a better chance at life for sure. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna go, and I will see you guys tomorrow.